Ruben Amorim's reason for nearly quitting club as Man United boss faces huge challenge. Welcome to Manchester United Daily Updates. Before continuing this video, click the like button and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with the latest news from Manchester United. Manchester United head coach Ruben Amorim has not had to deal with such a torrid run of results since his first managerial job in Portugal, which he ended with a bold change in tactics. Ruben Amorim almost quit his first managerial job after facing struggles similar to his horror start at Manchester United, until a change of formation turned his fortunes around. Amorim was brought in by United Chiefs in November as Erik Ten Hag's successor, abandoning his hugely successful Sporting CP project less than halfway through the season. But the 39-year-old has thus far failed to end the decade-long nightmare at Old Trafford. The Portuguese head coach recently admitted that the United job is more complicated than he first thought, having suffered 5 defeats this month alone, including 3 on the bounce since the dramatic win against rivals Manchester City at the Etihad Stadium. Red Devils bosses are expected to give Amorim plenty of time to save their sinking ship as he looks to make a success of his newly implemented 3-4-2-1 formation. United's new formation has shown some early signs of promise but is still far from the well-oiled machine that became his trademark in Portugal. Amorim took charge of at the time third-tier Portuguese side Casa Pia in 2018 and vowed to quit if results didn't pick up following a poor start. But he decided to switch to his now trusted back three in a move that may have saved his managerial career. European football expert Guillaume Balog told BBC Sport, his coaching career actually began with Casa Pia, then a third-tier club, where it almost ended as soon as it had begun. He lost his first 2 games and, with his pride hurt and doubt setting in, he announced if he lost the 3rd game he would quit. In the next match he changed the system and played a back 3 for the first time. The system worked and from then on he remained unbeaten at the club. He also felt he had found the formation that allowed him to produce the football he wanted, one invariably linked to the spectacle for the fans. From there, he never looked back as he went to Braga and then Sporting. It led Sporting to their first league title in 19 years in 2021 before Amorim claimed his second title last season. It is, therefore, unlikely that he will deviate from his footballing philosophy, no matter how difficult things get at United. Plenty has been said about the less common formation, which differs vastly from the 4-2-3-1 United fans became accustomed to under Ten Hag. And while Amorim faces a huge challenge in turning things around, he remains steadfast in his beliefs, saying after the 2-0 defeat to Wolves on Boxing Day, the focus is to maintain our clear identity. Manchester United prepared to spend €80 million to sign Premier League star Matheus Cunha. Manchester United are seriously exploring the possibility of making a move for Wolverhampton Wanderers forward Matheus Cunha, as per Fichages. Cunha has emerged as one of the best attackers in the Premier League this season, having scored 10 goals and assisted 4 times in 18 appearances. His latest goal came against United. In the 2-0 win, the Wolves talisman beat Andre Onana directly from a corner. The Red Devils, meanwhile, have appeared toothless going forward this campaign. Marcus Rashford has fallen out of favor under Ruben Amorim and the likes of Rasmus Hojlund, Joshua Zirkzee, and Alejandro Garnacho have all been underwhelming. The visitors could have done with a difference-maker like Cunha in their lineup at Molineux on Boxing Day. Interestingly, it is being suggested the Mancunians are keen on making it happen. Manchester United keen on Matheus Cunha. According to Fichages, Cunha's form has sparked interest from United, who are seriously considering signing him. It is believed the Brazilian, who joined Wolves from Atletico Madrid in a deal reported to be worth €50 million, is considered an ideal profile by the club's hierarchy to strengthen United's attack. The Spanish outlet claims United are the main candidates trying to secure Cunha's services. Further, it is added that the Premier League giants would be willing to pay around €80 million to sign the 25-year-old, who is tied to Wolves until the summer of 2027. Cunha is thought to be focused on performing well for his current club, but United's willingness to spend such a figure shows just how highly he is rated by Amorim. A move to the theatre of dreams could be a career-defining switch for the versatile forward. Meanwhile, Rashford and Xerxes have been linked with Juventus in recent days. It is reported the Englishman has been offered to the Old Lady, but they are showing more interest in signing the Dutch striker. Leicester City transfer news latest as Manchester United hopes crushed. Latest Leicester City news from Leicestershire Live brings you the latest as the Foxes look to strengthen their squad when the market opens for business. Leicester City manager Ruud van Nistelrooy has little hope of landing Manchester United defender Victor Lindelof in January. Transfer expert Fabrizio Romano says while the Sweden defender is expected to leave Old Trafford where he has been deemed surplus to requirements, he will not be heading to the Foxes. Van Nistelrooy is eager to bolster his squad when the market opens for business in January, and a centre-back has been mooted, an area ripe for strengthening with Leicester currently in the Premier League's relegation zone. But Romano says Lindelof will look at different options when the time comes to leave United, who are open to offers for the 30-year-old. He told Give Me Sport, "There are more players who could leave Manchester United based on proposals." £31 million star Victor Lindelof is expected to say goodbye to the Red Devils in 2025, with his contract due to expire in June. Man United will be open to listening to proposals in January, but when a player has the chance to be a free agent a few months later, it has to be the right opportunity, or he could decide to wait until the summer to find his favorite solution without involving the club. There have been several links between Leicester City and Lindelof due to Ruud van Nistelrooy's appreciation, but sources guarantee that there are no talks ongoing, and probably the Swedish defender will look at different clubs when it's time to leave Man United. Pep Guardiola makes Man City resignation vow ahead of Leicester City. The Foxes host Manchester City at the King Power Stadium in the Premier League. Pep Guardiola has vowed not to quit as he strives to restore Manchester City's lost sparkle. The City boss is also refusing to point the finger of blame at any players amid the champions' sudden nosedive in form and results. It is a dramatic slump in fortunes for the winners of 6 Premier League titles in the past 7 seasons, but Guardiola insists he still has the hunger to turn the situation around. "I will try, I will keep going," said the Spaniard. "Sometimes you think, the bad run will be ended earlier, or it would be easier to fix it, but others it takes more time. I will not give up. I want to be here. I want to do it, and, with the situation that we have to do it. Of course I want it, everyone wants it. I don't want to disappoint my people in terms of the club, the fans, the people who love this club. I think all of us in our job want to do it well and please the people. That is undeniable, not a question mark. The biggest test is to come back again, but we have done that before." Injuries have been a major factor in City's demise. As well as the long-term knee problem suffered by midfield linchpin Rodri, Ruben Dias, John Stones, Ederson, Kyle Walker. Rasmus Hojlund tells Man United fan to "stop talking" as striker calls out disturbing post claiming Erik ten Hag should be locked up for signing him. Rasmus Hojlund told a Manchester United fan to "stop talking" after they claimed that Erik ten Hag should be locked up for signing him. What happened? Since his move to United, Hojlund has netted 23 goals in 64 matches, with 16 of those coming during his debut campaign. While he has showcased his prowess in European competitions, scoring 10 goals in just 12 Champions League and Europa League outings, his domestic form has raised eyebrows as he has managed only 2 strikes in 13 league appearances this season. With United struggling in 14th place, his performances have been under intense scrutiny, with some fans questioning the rationale behind the £72 million, $90 million, transfer from Atlanta. What the fans said. The criticism reached a boiling point on Friday when an Instagram user, @utforme, shared a viral post accusing ten Hag of favoritism in signing Hojlund. The post claimed the forward was only brought to the club due to his association with the same agency as ten Hag, rather than his footballing skills. The Instagram user, @utforme, added that Ten Hag needs to be trialled in court for bringing the Dane to Old Trafford, saying, "Lock him up and throw away the key." How did Hojlund respond? Hojlund, who appears unafraid to address critics, responded directly via private message, which was later shared on X. He said in the message, "Hi, I find your post a bit disturbing, mate. You are right to have your opinion, but stop talking about things you know nothing about. That is all." What next for Hojlund? Monday's match against Newcastle presents an opportunity for Hojlund to silence his critics and regain momentum. Despite the challenges, the Danish international remains a key figure in United's plans, with Ruben Amorim hopeful that his talent will translate into consistent performances over time. Better than Bellingham and Palmer? England legend Paul Gascoigne reveals he asked Three Lions' best player for his shirt after recent appearance. England legend Paul Gascoigne has revealed which current Three Lions player he wanted to get a signed shirt off from. Former Newcastle United star Gascoigne was asked who he believes the best player in the current England team is. Previously, Manchester United hero Wayne Rooney named Phil Foden as England's best player, and it seems Gascoigne agrees with him. This is despite Cole Palmer and Jude Bellingham, for instance, starring for Chelsea and Real Madrid respectively. He told Metro, "I really like Jack Grealish, because of the fact that if he lost the ball a couple of times, he still wants the ball. He doesn't go hiding. But I watched Phil Foden not long ago. He was hot. He was unbelievable. What a player in that last England game, I couldn't resist it. I just went into the changing room and asked Foden to give us a shirt. He signed it for my agent's son."